Alright, I got an interesting letter from my bank regarding the failing trend of ESG in finance. It's truly failing now. I will read a short letter from my bank regarding, this whole ESG funds, and it's quite interesting. This is a Swedish bank. It's a super tolerant country, although we're seeing that this trend is being phased out right now. Very predictable. We will talk a bit about that shortly, but first, let's get right into the juicy content here. So, hello, you are getting this message by reason that you own one or multiple parts of these funds, and then one of them is Nordnet Index Fund Sweden, ESG, and then just some other names listed. We would like to inform you that these funds on the 15th of January will change name by shortening the name from Index Fund to just Index, and we will finally also remove ESG at the end. So the new name will then be Nordnet Sweden Index. Alright, so nothing really changing, only removing the abbreviation of ESG in the end of the fund, and then also shortening the index fund to index. And I think that that's just to mask dropping this failed marketing term. ESG is losing in popularity with small-time investors such as ourselves, and I don't think that people are buying funds with that abbreviation as much as they used to. And just to be clear regarding this whole ESG thing, I think it was a good effort. I think that it was a fantastic effort by capital owners to try to change the world for the better. However, we can see by so many examples that ESG has failed, and companies are just gaming the system and trying to get higher scores on ESG rankings by doing dubious actions and clicking boxes and not really taking actual action, but just greenwashing the company or putting in diversity quotas or doing stuff like this. And I think that investors are seeing this, investors are reacting, and thus ESG is losing in popularity. And I think this is important to do a video on, because action always comes downstream for capital in a capitalistic society. So if this trend continues to accelerate and we're seeing lack of interest in ESG from capital owners, well, then there won't be as much focus on that from corporations anymore, and we might get less of the, for example, diversity trainings, the gender quotas, the greenwashing, and these type of things in a corporate setting. I'm not having high hopes, but just thought it was interesting to see this ESG marketing term dropping in popularity. It will be really interesting also to see if there's a certain type of fund that will gain in popularity instead, where capital will rush towards it. I think that's an opportunity to make money. If there's a stock that fits perfectly in the next popular niche, well, then all the funds will invest in it and it will drive up stock price by virtue of demand. Alright, that's been it for this video covering the failing trend of ESG. And as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.